All right. Hello, greetings, and welcome. My name is Alex. I'm going to be learning how to use Unity by making a tower defense game. I'm about 4 hours into it and going to continue. So my goals for this next 2 hour sprint is basically going to be implementing an health system, lives, and tower defenses. Enemies make it to the end of your maze, well, you lose lives. With those lives, we have win and loss conditions, so I'm going to go ahead and implement that. So if you meet the goal, you win. If all that, or if enemies make it to your end, so many, you lose. And then finally, I want to create an income tower. Right now, income's just passive, so I want to expand upon that. Um, a really quick overview of the components in the game as I build this out. So first and foremost, we have our research, we have funding and development. So at the end of a round, we take research times funding and add that to our current development. Once development reaches a certain point, you win the game. Uh, you get research through the types of towers you have. Every tower is currently worth one research, but as the game progresses and I learn how to utilize Unity a little better, I will be adding more mechanics around that. Funding is just a passive one. Again, as I get more things going on, I will expand upon that. Um, yeah, so income is passive, just kind of spawns. So by creating a new income tower, I want something that just also spawns these. Um, and yeah, so if these enemies make it to the end here, you should lose. But you'll notice that after I kill this frog, our development's going to turn into a 2. And that's because we take research times funding, 2 times 1 equals development. Develop was 0 plus that 2 equals 2. Uh, our goal, for example, would be say after you get 10 development, you win the round. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm going to be implementing. So let's get started. I created this object called a logic manager, and gave him a logic manager script. There's not really much in it right now. All it really is we have a float that's called lives, and we're going to update those lives by passing it a number, and we just add that to lives. That's all that's in that. So next, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to jump into our let's go ahead and reload this. Yeah, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be jumping into our unit script, and basically attach our logic manager to it. And if the unit hits our very last waypoint, we are going to do damage to our lives. Um, I guess one thing I should also do is attach a script, not a script, a text to the screen so that we can see how many lives we have. But I'll jump into that in a moment. Let's go ahead and just close our Microsoft Visual Studio, and we're just gonna reopen things as we need. So our unit, I call it our unit parent class. This is going to be our unit script, and we are going to want to attach the logic manager to this guy so that when this guy reaches the last endpoint, we do damage. Yeah, so we have a variable called death blow attached to this unit right now. It's currently set to 0. We'll go ahead and update that so it's a passive like 5 or something. No, we'll just do a passive 1. So death blow equals 1. Um, so let's go ahead and find our logic. So logic equals. So okay, the reason I had this guy commented out, I swear this is not pre-prepared. Basically, I had our resource manager used to be called logic. But all it was really dealing with was resources, so went ahead and changed that. So our logic manager was a thing. Um, I think it's called the logic manager script. Let me double check that. Logic manager script. So yeah, we're gonna have to change that. Logic manager script. Let's go ahead and move that down here. Save that. All right. You're allowed to recognize this whenever. All right. Well, while this gets its ducks in a row, let's go ahead and update this. So does not like this. I wonder why. Is it just called Logic Manager? Is that why? Yeah, it's just called Logic Manager. Okay, I'm a fool. Fool by my own names. All right, so, not what I thought. So, I thought our units were moving towards a specific waypoint. They are. They are. Well, do I have waypoint? Oh, it's a vector. I see. Okay. So, can we make this guy equal null, for example? He cannot be null. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open our waypoint script. Okay, yeah. So instead, this is going to be weird. Instead of attaching this to our unit, let's go ahead and attach this to our waypoint. And if our waypoint is an endpoint and they've reached it, so else, we're going to go ahead and do unit dot no. We're going to do logic dot update. Show us our updates. All right, gotta open our logic script. Update lives. Okay, that should be a capital U, not a lowercase u. It's also not public, so that might be why we didn't see it. So in here, there we go, update lives. And then we're going, it still does not like that. Oh, I see, okay. We're gonna go unit dot, no, unit dot get component. Okay, so unit dot death blow. All right, we're gonna do if it's not an endpoint. Sorry, just moving things around. Because I want this to be in there. Okay, cool. So what's going to happen is if the unit collides with our waypoint, we're going to go ahead and track that. If it's not the endpoint, it's going to send the unit to our next waypoint. But if it is, we are going to do logic.update lives, and we're going to do the unit.deathblow times -1. Yeah. times -1. And then I think we want to kill the unit. So unit dot die. Oh, does the unit not have a death attached to it? It does. It totally does. But okay, we'll make this public. Unit dot die. And the unit dying. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So we attached all that. So once we're going to play this, and we're just going to let these guys make it to the end. Once all this compiles. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our logic manager, give it 5 lives. We are going to check out our units, make sure that they have a death blow of a 1. Cool. And then we're going to go ahead and go to our spawner, our unit spawner, and change the cooldown to 3 just so they move a little faster. And let's try this out. We're going to go ahead and watch our logic manager and make sure that the lives tick away. We also want to make sure that our units are dying. So we are getting an error. I don't think this has anything to do with us. I mean, it has everything to do with us, but not what we're working on. I've gotten this error in the past. So let's go ahead and start our spawns. So the frogs are going to start slowly coming up here. I should increase their speed a little bit, but whatever. We are where we are. Yeah, so my UI is also really bad. I have put no attention into that. I will definitely be updating things as we go. Okay, cool. So the frog died, and our lives changed to 4, and now 3, 2. Okay, nice. 1. Let's go ahead and hit that 0, 0. Fuck yeah. All right. Sorry for the language. But hell yeah, look at that. We got that to work. So now what do we want to do? Let's implement our win condition. So we're going to jump to our logic manager, have a public float win condition. Well, win conditions doesn't sound right. That sounds like a bad name. Let's go ahead and do development win condition. Cool. Because what if we want to add like different types of win conditions? The win condition would just start that off. So we're gonna have update development win condition. So let's go ahead, and this should actually not have. This should never change. I don't think, right? Like for now, this will not change. Let's go ahead and attach our resource manager to this guy. Got to figure out how to do that. We have that attached somewhere. Income spawner. Resource manager. Well, we actually want something that calls that. Where's my... Okay, so sorry. I feel like I'm missing something in here. Falling income. I don't know why it's called falling income. I need to change that because it's definitely not. So our logic manager is going to be talking to our resource manager. And then let's go ahead and add a public condition. So void, let's go ahead and make it so that this guy what are we trying to do? If our development, okay, so check development when condition. Just going to do if, let's check our resource manager. And then we want to check our development is greater or equal to our development when condition. This if statement should not be in here. So if our resource manager dot development, so the actual amount of development we have is greater or equal to our win condition, we're going to win. So let's do public void win. We can't add an exclamation mark. And we're just going to do debug dot log win. And we'll definitely update this. This is just, just as I just want to get things on. Just get ideas on paper and then fix things as we go. So if that is that, we win. So let's do that. Let's also have and again, we should be capitalizing the start of these. Pascal case for the win on function definitions. Okay, so we're going to check lives loss condition. If lives is less than 0, let's go ahead and add a loss. Call it lose. In all capitals, loser. Let's go ahead and add that to update. Okay. So these should just always be running. We don't need anything to come be checking it. So let's go ahead and lose, and then we'll play again, and then let's go ahead and win. I think the losing we already figured out, we have done down. But winning, I don't know if the win will work. We'll see. We won. Why did we win? As I said, winning was going to be harder, but look at that. We win automatically. So our development win condition needs to be 10. After we get this working, we're going to go ahead and add some text up here for development, and then we're going to add another one for lives. Again, the UI is pretty gnarly, so ignore all that. So before we get started, I kind of want to figure this out. It's saying something doesn't recognize something, and it's not pointing me to any specific file. Like, I wish I knew how to decipher that. Let's see, is anything like... All right, whatever. I don't care that much about it. Let's ignore the error. We'll go ahead and build a tower. Well, we wanted to lose. We'll win this first one. So our frogs are going to start spawning. We want to win, so let's try to get as many towers down as possible. Yeah, so right now, income comes from these little guys that drop. Again, I want to build that building. We got round 1. We have 2 development. So let's go ahead and start round 2. We have not lost yet, or won yet. So that means things are working as they should be. It's nice. I'm going to have 5 development by next round. Hopefully I could get a little more. Cool. All right. I don't think we're going to win this round. We'll probably win the round after, which I'm totally okay with. Let's go ahead and place one more. Oh man, I wish. We'll win next round. We have 9 development. Next round, we should have 13. Unless I place one more tower, then we'll have 14. But hopefully we'll see a win. I think I'll be able to get one more tower too, which is nice. Just to get it on the board. All right, 14. Look at that. We're a winner. Shoot, that's not good though. It's going crazy. Look at that. So let's go ahead. Well, that's gonna spam everything. Let's go ahead and add a cleanup to that. We'll add a boolean call. Public boolean, and we'll call it game over. False. Let's do if not game over. And we'll just throw these in there. If not game over, check. Else we're not going to do anything. So we got to make sure that game over changes in our lose and our win. So it's gonna, let me do this, please. Okay. Do game over equals true. Nice. Okay, so that's Control Alt. See, in VS Code, it's just Alt. So Control Alt does that. Okay, nice. So let's go ahead and add that. And since we saw we won, we're just going to go ahead and do our loss really fast. And to do that, our unit spawner, I'm just going to, well, actually, let's do our unit. Let's make our units fast. Unit speed, where's speed? Move speed, we'll do 10. And then our unit spawner, let's spawn every 0.5. So these guys are just going to fly. And I just want to get a loss out really quick. So let's go ahead and look at them fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No loss. Why did we not lose? All right, let's try again. Maybe this is the last one. Okay, yeah. So where is that? Lives is greater or equal. Let's do that. Oops. Is less than or equal to 0. Because 0 is a loss. We're not indexing. All right, let's try that again. The 5th frog should kill it. All right, let's go and start it. Cool, we lost. Nice. So what does that mean? Absolutely nothing right now. But we implemented our health system, and we got our win and loss condition. I mean, I can build upon that. I don't know if I want to at the moment. I think I want to go into building our income tower.